Good evening, everyone. My name is Landa Jeray Morgan, and I'm here with my beautiful wife.
Hello, I'm Rotunda Morgan.
And you're tuned in to another episode of
Living More with the Morgans.
And we want to say thank you guys, first of all, for tuning in on your Wednesday night, 8:30, Bay. I think we on time tonight.
We on time.
We on time for real.
Yeah.
We're not on that CP time.
No, we on time.
We on time tonight, you guys. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
As always, we want to do a roll call across all of our social media platforms. And right now, you're probably tuned in on one of three social media platforms right now. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/Living More Morgan. So right now, if you're on Facebook, holler at us, hit the inbox, hit the comments, let us know that you're tuned in live with us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, feel free to do so. Again, you're going to go to facebook.com/Living More Morgans. Right now, we're also live on Twitter. Yes, if you're on Twitter, you're on Periscope. Right now, you can find us on Twitter at twitter.com/Live More Morgans. We had to shorten it up a little bit. So it's twitter.com/Live More Morgans. And then we're also on YouTube. We want to get that YouTube subscribership up. So right now, if you're on YouTube, go to youtube.com/Living More Morgans. And if you are on YouTube, you know what you need to do. You need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
And
come on now.
And that little bell.
Hit that little bell icon. You know what to do, you guys. And if you're on YouTube, I think right now we've got like 49 subscribers. So we might do something special for the 50th. So if you number 50 and you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Living More, we might have a little something for you. We might hit that Cash App, but we might hit that PayPal. We might send some merchandise. You never know what we're going to do. But let's see if you're going to be number 50, the 50th subscriber on our YouTube channel, you guys. And we're also on Instagram. Now, right now, we're not live on Instagram. They haven't set it up with the technology just yet for us to be live on Instagram, but we will be soon. And you can hit us up on Instagram at Instagram.com/Living More, @Living More Morgans. And so we're all over social media, you guys. And right now we want to continue to do the roll call just to make sure, number one, that you're tuned in, that you can hear us, and that you can see us clearly. Everything is coming across okay. So last time we had some technical difficulties with the sound and the audio wasn't doing what we needed it to do. But hopefully you guys are hearing us okay. And if you are, please hit the comments right now. Let us know that everything is coming across crystal clear on your end on all of the platforms that we're on right now. And so we're just going to go through again through our social media channels. I think we got a couple of people on right now. If you're on my personal page, Landa Jeray Morgan, my man Robert Williams is on this joint. What's going on, Chief, man? Sounding good. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you coming in. Sister Sheila James Turner is in the building. What's going on? The Turners are in the building. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Who else? We got my sister, Martikia Brown. I ain't seen her since like junior high school, high school. So Martikia Brown is on. Renita Crane is on. I ain't seen her like since junior high school. So people are tuning in. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And we're just going to switch over to a couple other accounts and just to make sure that you guys are hearing us. Everything is looking good. How we looking on
Living More with the Morgans? We're looking good. Our Papa is on, Apostle Dr. Sean and Nike.
Yes, indeed.
He said the sound is clear. Thank you, Papa, for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Papa, for coming on. That's our spiritual father, you guys. So y'all probably wondering, who they calling Papa? Who they? That's our spiritual mentor, spiritual father. There's everything.
He's just dope.
Just dope.
Papa's dope.
Everything under the umbrella.
I'm serious.
That's who he is to us. You know what I'm saying? So we want to shout out to him and his lovely wife. Our mother,
mommy.
Prophetess Beverly, Anika. These are real folks, you guys. Real people.
Love you, Mom.
So if you ever hear us calling somebody mom or papa, that's who we talking about. We got our biological parents, of course. We but we got our spiritual parents as well. And you need spiritual parents. Everybody trying to talking about these spiritual fathers and spiritual mother, but if you're not gleaning, if you're not being disciplined, if you're not being chastised every now and then when you know you ain't
and pushed
and pushed towards your destiny, if you're not getting that, then what are you getting?
Right.
You,
Right.
you just calling somebody pastor.
Right.
Hey, pastor. When's the last time pastor really done sat down and prayed with you, right?
Yeah.
So that is our spiritual parents. Shout out to
Yes.
them. They push us. They
Yes.
motivate us,
Results only.
and they results only.
Papa
It's-
tell us results. I don't want to hear nothing else.
you dig?
Results
If you're not getting
only.
results,
Yeah.
don't even bring it to them.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we got people right now on our Twitter page
Yes.
and on YouTube. And again, if you are a subscriber on YouTube, I think we got about 49
We got
subscribers.
49.
49. So if you're going to be number 50, you guys, we might have something special for you. We might hit that
Yes.
Cash App up. We might send you some merchandise, the Land of Jeray merch. You know, we might have to,
Right.
we have to do something special
Right.
for them. But before we get into all that, you know what we got to do now.
Right.
know,
Hey, look, before we do that,
Okay.
you guys, please share this broadcast.
Oh,
This
yeah.
tonight is going to be an awesome broadcast. All of them have been, but
Yes.
tonight is going to be so awesome, and it's going to be something that you and your family and friends will be able to. I think pull some nuggets from. So
Absolutely.
if you guys would share, please, on your wall and share in groups, we would appreciate that very
Absolutely.
much.
And again, this platform is positive platform. It's a
Yes.
positive platform, you guys.
Yes.
And so there ain't no cussing, ain't no controversial stuff.
None of that.
We're giving you the real, we're giving you raw, we're gonna do it in love.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna do it to uplift and
Yes.
to inspire, but to also push you and drive you. We're gonna
Yes.
nudge you a little bit. And it might be a
Right.
little uncomfortable when you're getting that nudge, but it's all in love. And so if
Yes.
you would, like my wife said, go ahead and share it on your page, go ahead and share it on your wall, hit it up in groups, and let people know that Living More with the Morgans is the new podcast. We've been
Yes.
around about 3 months now. Like I said, we got 49 subscribers. We want to hit that 50 tonight. So if you're brand new, you're just not tuning in, again, we want that number 50. Is that going to be you? Because if it's you, we got something for you.
All right.
You dig? And so we're going to go ahead and jump in tonight because we couldn't get into it the other night on Tuesday.
Yes.
Again, we had some technical difficulties, but we good now.
Yes.
Everything is coming across crystal clear. And so I'm excited about tonight.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about tonight because
Yes.
I think we got a dope show.
Yes.
We usually do.
Yes.
And that's not, I ain't popping collar and but I'm just saying we usually have a dope show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we dope. I mean,
because we dope like
that's
that.
what our cup
You know,
say.
'cause,
Our
you
cup
know,
says what? One dope.
One dope podcast.
Podcast.
You dig? And so, how we do every time we get on, you know what I'm saying, we got to make sure that the visuals are good. And so
Yes.
by making sure that we make the visuals good, we got to hit that pose on them. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take it to the center. Okay, we're going to do one more. Okay, I can dig it.
Okay, I
so
can
what
dig
we're
it.
going to do
Okay.
is tonight's episode is first things first, you guys.
Right.
Before your resolutions. Now, we all know that New Year is on right around the corner, y'all. We got, what,
Gosh.
3 days?
3 days.
3 days, you
babe.
guys. I mean, man, this year just went a blur. And I'll be honest with you. Now, for me,
Yeah.
I can't speak for you, but 2022, man, that was a rough year.
Yes.
This joint was rough.
Yes.
Y'all.
For us.
For us.
Not everyone.
Not
but-
everybody. Because
Yeah.
some people, they have some great stories about
Yes.
2022. Some things popped off for them. They had some great encounters, great interaction with new people and different things like that. And we've
Yes.
heard some great things for other people in 2022. But I'll be honest, man, 2022 for us, that joint was raw.
Right.
Like
It was.
it was like it was like you was in the ring with Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson all at the same time.
That right there, that's a sure knockout
Yeah,
with a toe
I mean,
tag right there.
I was getting beat in the gut, the head, the throat, everything. I'm getting kicked in the shin. Bruce Lee came out, did a roundhouse.
Now
I mean, Bruce came from the grave and laid me out in 2022. But you know what? We 3 days.
And guess what? We still
Here.
Come on now.
That's what I'm talking about.
We still here.
We
God
still here.
is
Still good.
keeping us and
Already.
still good.
And see, if you still here, you got a reason to really celebrate. You got a
Yes.
reason to really sit back and just reminisce and thank God for the good times.
Yes.
They might have been scarce. the good moments may have been scarce.
Yeah.
Your money may have been funny like hilarious the whole year.
Right.
But you still have a reason
Right.
to give God thanks, to give him praise, but to also just to sit back and reflect like, yo, I'm still here.
Yes.
So if you made it through this year, y'all, and if it was tough for you, holler at us in the comments.
Yes,
If
let
it
us
was
know.
if it was raw for you, hit us up in the comments. Let us know, because I know we're not the only ones that had a rough one, but thank God that we made it, and we made it together.
Together.
We know some people. Yeah. We know some people that unfortunately they split ways this year
Yeah.
because of everything that was going on, the economy, just, you know, the tail end of COVID. Everything was happening this year, and unfortunately some people didn't make it.
And yeah, in their marriage and everything. And a lot of time that comes from things that we continue to sweep under the rug.
Yeah.
That's just to be honest. I mean, we can even, testify to that.
Yeah.
You continue to sweep things under the rug, and you can't expect it not to rear its ugly head. So we want to, before we get into and enter into 2023, we want to make sure that everything that shouldn't go into 2023, we're not taking it.
Right.
We're not taking it. Bad marriages, bad communication, all these other family issues, issues with yourself, all of this is time out. Because why? God made us to be overcome. We're overcomers.
Right.
We're more than conquerors.
Right.
God said, I made you in my image.
That's real.
That's
real.
That's real.
Do we know how big that is, though?
That
like when
is
because we
big.
quote, I hear people quote it all the time, like, I'm made in God's image.
Right.
Do you know how big
Yes.
that image is? Like, do you know what that entails? Do you know what was on the inside of you?
Yes.
If God took the time to create you and say, you gonna look like me,
Right.
and then I'm gonna put breath in you directly from me.
Ooh, that's big.
Like, I'm gonna open up your nostrils and I'm gonna breathe into you and get them lungs going. I'm gonna get that heartbeat going.
Right.
Why? Because you're gonna look like me. And if you look like me, you're gonna function like me.
Yeah.
You dig? You're
Yes.
you're gonna radiate like me.
Yes.
You're gonna emit light into the world like me.
Yes.
Right? So that it's big. We quote that a lot, but that carries so much weight and so
Right.
much power.
It does.
And so when we talk about first things first, before your resolutions, like my wife said, is there's some house cleaning that we need to do.
Yes.
Individually, collectively,
Yes.
within our marriages, within our relationships. There's some house cleaning that we need to do, because there's some things that we sweep under the rug.
Right.
And we tend to do it year after year after year. We
Yes.
don't necessarily tackle the issues head on with things that we're dealing with,
Right.
or that we have been dealing with. And what we do, probably subconsciously, is we bring those things with us.
Yes.
And they may be, and we're saying, you know what, they may be hiding in our luggage. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like if you've ever been to like a deserted island, or not a deserted island, but if you've ever been to an island, like to a beach or something,
Yes.
and you're on the beach and your feet are in the sand and you got your shoes were in the sand and so forth and your clothes was in the sand. Sometimes, no matter how much you try to wring that sand out of your clothes or out of your shoes, when you get back home and you're cleaning out your luggage,
Yes.
you'll look up and see that, yo, I got some
Sand.
sand up in my luggage. I got
Right.
sand still in my shoes.
Right.
Why? Because even though it may be small particles, there's still a remnant, there's still residue of what we've been through and where we've been.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And if we don't clean that stuff out,
Right.
we're going to look up 5 years, 10 years from now, and we still going to see sand at the bottom of my shoes.
Right.
Or sand in our suitcase, in our luggage. Why? Because we didn't do a thorough cleaning.
Right.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely. We have to do a thorough cleaning. And, the Bible even says that every day that we have to cut away at this flesh.
Right.
We have to do our due diligence, and we have to look at ourselves. We know who we really are. Even if we don't want to acknowledge it, we know who we really are.
Right.
We know what make us tick. We know all of that. And we know the things that that we need to change or the things that we need to enhance. We know all of these things, but sometimes I think because of again, society. And what society says, how society said we should be at this stage of our lives, we begin to continue to take on that stance. When God has said, no, I made you individuals, and what I put in you is enough, but you have to pull it out. A lot of times, babe, we look at things too much in the physical. It's something that our sister Iffy said today on her podcast, her broadcast today, which was so good. We don't look at things in the spirit. Right. We don't look at things that what's the word they say? Things that are not as though they are. We don't do that. Right. We begin to look at ourselves. We begin to talk down to ourselves. We begin to look at our situation. It's been like this for all these years. But I want to say this because I've tested this on my own. A lot of times the things we go through is that we are doing it to ourselves. We are actually destroying. Okay, cutting away. That's what I'm going to say. We're cutting away at the things that God has said. No, I'm telling you to do this. You're more than able, and I put this in you. Right. Again, you said earlier that He made us in what? His image. Right. So we begin to look at ourselves. Oh, this has happened. We've gone through this. We've gone through divorce. We've gone through death. We've gone through all these different things. And what happened is we begin to suppress that mighty person that God says we are. And we begin to take on that person that we begin to look at as nothing, minuscule.
You know, you hit it right on the head, babe, because I think about when you bring it up, I think about my man, if y'all know Gideon in the Bible, right?
Yes, Gideon, yes.
And Gideon was like, and I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna bring it to the Oak Cliff translation, right?
Oak Cliff translation.
Oak Cliff, Texas translation,
okay.
You guys, of the story of Gideon. But you hit on the head because when I think about that, I think about Gideon, who came from the least of his family. I mean, dude was straight broke.
Yes.
Poorest family, poorest tribe.
Yes.
Just bottom of the barrel.
Yes.
You know, the thing about what it says about Gideon is he had a reputation that he could fight. Right. So back in the day, we used to call it squab, right?
Right.
That was short for squabble. So if you was a hood dude, you could squab, right? You could throw them hands. Well, Gideon had the reputation that he could throw them hands.
He probably was my cousin then. We were first cousins. He was rough like y'all. Like you because you hit, you fight. But see, but Gideon had a gift to be able to fight. But the thing of it is his environment, who he grew up with, where he grew up, what he grew up around, diminished that gift of his fight that he had in him, that God put in him. That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
And so he felt that he was the least of his tribe because his situation and his surroundings, every day he wakes up, it tells him that. Wow. It tells him that I'm poor. It tells him I'm impoverished. It tells him that I'm in the hood. It tells him that I'm nobody. I can do nothing but be in this situation. Right? Wow. So God has to send an angel.
That's right.
God sends an angel to tell him,
right,
my man, you a cold dude. You're a mighty man of valor.
Right.
And Gideon had so much self-doubt, so much low self-esteem in himself that he's basically testing this angel like, yo, okay, if what you're saying is true, make this happen.
Right.
Show me this.
Right. And
I love the fact that the angel had to be patient with Gideon. And I believe God had to tell because I'm sure the angel is like, okay, God, you signed me to this cat?
Right.
I mean, come on, I'm an angel and he don't believe me? You give me him? And God, I'm sure, had to say, if it was Michael, Gabriel, whomever, be patient with him.
Right.
You don't know what he's gone through.
Right.
You don't know what he's come through or what he's coming through to where he feels as low as he feels about himself. And so God was patient with him. And so thus the angel had to be patient with him on several occasions.
Right, right.
And so as we're going through these transformations, our minds are having to be renewed. Our minds are having to shift from who we were, what we grew up in, what we came out of, the bad situation, like you said, the divorces, the deaths, the bad breaks, the bad business deals, or whatever. All these different things have constructed our minds and our mentalities into
That's
who we
good.
are today.
That's right.
And so we have to take a thorough assessment,
Right.
because what happens is we get to the end of the end of the year and we start making these plans.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying first things first.
Right.
Before you make these resolutions, you're going to have to clean out some of that old junk that's in the closet.
Yeah. You're gonna have to clean out all of it.
All of it. You know, I think about where it says in Scripture that, you know, Jesus is saying, and I'm paraphrasing, that I will not put new wine into old wineskins.
Papa said that today.
You dig?
That's right.
Absolutely. He's not going to put a new precious wine, if you will, or a precious substance into something that's old, that's raggedy, that has an old, outdated, antiquated mentality. And so every year, at this time of the year, we're expecting God to do that.
Yes. Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? We're
Absolutely.
expecting God to fill our cup with new wine, but it's dirty. The cup stinks. It ain't
Right.
been washed.
Right.
It's still got grime and residue and
Right.
teeth marks and all this stuff on it.
Teeth marks.
Yeah, and our cups are dirty.
Right. Right.
You-
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
I do.
But what we'll do is we'll go and we'll make a list of everything, all these New Year's resolutions and things that we want to see happen that's good.
Right.
Oh, I want to get my credit right, and I want to make more money, and I'm gonna get into the gym come January 1st, blah 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 blah. And we make these lists and we make these resolutions, but we need to really dig down deep, y'all, and really take a thorough assessment of how dirty our cups are.
Right.
And
right.
that dirt is coming from family hurt. That dirt is coming from situations that didn't go your way. That dirt is coming from heartbreak. That man that broke your heart, that woman that walked out on you.
Yes.
A lot of things have dirtied our cup.
Yes.
And
So
if
true.
we're not honest with ourselves,
Yes.
again, we're going to walk into a new year. The new year has new opportunities. The new year is going to have new doors. It's going to have all those things. But if your mentality is still stuck on, well, man, I'm from the least of my tribe, and I'm from the poorest clan, and you know, and I don't look at myself like that. If you're going to still have that in your cup, you're going to blow those opportunities.
Right.
You're going to miss some of the great things that you've got up ahead for you in this
Right.
next year. And this next year will be like every other year that you've had previously.
Right. And we should be at a point in our lives, in the stage of our lives, that we're tired of that. It is time for us to not only talk it, but walk it out.
Right.
Even if we don't know what we're doing, if we don't know where we're going, we go back to the source. Who's the source? God. We go back to him. God, I don't understand everything to do. And ask him to give you the knowledge and understanding and the wisdom
Right.
that you need. But before you do that, ask him to show you yourself.
Yes.
So that you can see those things that maybe, hey, like you were saying earlier about finances and about your credit, to see, what am I doing that is my credit is not
Because
good.
there's bad spending habits in that cup.
Bad spending habits.
You
Right,
dig?
right.
Bad stewardship is in that cup somewhere.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I never forget this, and I did that I guess I was in my early 30s, and I remember, you know, me and my friends, we were all, you know, kids around the same age, 2 years apart in age, and every time Friday night came when they were in middle school, this is what they would say: "What we doing Friday night? Are we going out to dinner? Or we gonna go bowling? We gonna go do this, go do that?" And we started. I mean, we were single parents. I'm divorced. My other was divorced. My other friend was divorced, and everything too. And we began to say, okay, yeah, we're gonna go out and do this. We're gonna go out and do that. One night it dawned on us. You know, these kids want to go out all the time. They want a pizza party. They want all these different things. And we were
Right.
like, wait a minute. You know what? We can use that money to do put in their college fund. We can use that money to save for them, for their education and all of that stuff. Instead of always wanting to do something, we can play board games. You guys can do that. You guys can get a book and go read. And do things like that. But we began to do those things with money that we weren't realizing. Wait a minute, we're being frivolous with that money. So there's things that we have to recognize in ourselves. Okay, if this is continually happening all the time, every year, and there's no resolution, there's nothing is better. You're going around the same mountain, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, wait a minute, that's a tree. I didn't see that tree that time I went. Yeah, you saw that tree. That tree was there. You ignored that tree. But we keep going around the same mountain. And what we're saying, what we're going to do, because we've done it, gone around the same mountain in our marriages. Again, we say that. We talked about this earlier, in our marriages, in our families, in our lives, losing jobs, getting laid off. Hey, maybe don't look at that, internalize these things. Maybe God is saying, look, I'm taking you higher. Look at it. Look at it. Don't let that be something that you take on and you begin to suppress it in you, but take it and look at it and say, what is this I can learn from?
What is this situation teaching me?
And what is it teaching me?
We got a comment there on Living More with the Morgans from Monica Holden. What's going on, Monica? She said, I can admit I've been a victim at one time or another.
So have we.
And she said she's had what is that? She said, I think America in general has got a problem with spending. Absolutely.
It does.
You know what? And I'll go even further with that, Monica.
That's good.
Is that America does have a problem with spending.
Yes.
But I think the poverty mentality is global. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. America has a big problem with consumerism. What do I mean by consumerism?
That's good.
America sees things as a consumer that it can't afford, that thinks it will make them better or give them the upper hand over someone else. And so we go out here in America, we go out and acquire things habitually out of being ignorant consumers. Driven towards things that we don't necessarily need, that we can't afford. So I agree with you. I think we have a problem with spending, but our mentalities here are so warped by the media, by social media, by things that we see all over the place that makes us think, oh, I need that. I need to keep up with that. I need the latest this. I need the new Jordans. Okay, well, I just bought some Jordans like a year ago. Oh no, but you need these, bro. These got the red check, not the black one. Now, how much of them, John? $300. Okay, so I need to spend another $300 for a red check on some Jordans, or the Michael Kors bag with the little MK on it instead of the big one on the side. And we are needing GoFundMe accounts. And to bury loved ones. We're and we're gonna take it there. We're needing. We don't have no life insurance. Right. We out here. They say. In the South they say riding dirty. When you ride and you ain't got no car insurance. Okay. Well, we living dirty. Because we out here living and we ain't got no life insurance to leave nobody nothing. Right. So those are different things that we really need to look at. And say, okay, that's an individual thing. That's an individual thing. She said, I agree, Mr. Morgan, but how do we affect to change the mindset? Not many churches are teaching financial strategies. Great question. Can I go there?
You can. No, go ahead. Okay. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Yes.
Great question, Mike.
Great question.
I wouldn't. One of the things that I'm bad about doing this too, Monica. So I'm not pinpointing you. I'm bad about pointing fingers at the church and saying what the church ain't doing. Okay, the church ain't teaching this. The pastors ain't teaching this. They don't know to. Okay. A lot of times, leadership in the church may not necessarily know to.
Right.
So don't let that be the thing that stops you from getting the education that you need or that you want, that you desire, right? And then again, like I said, it's an individual thing.
Right.
See, a lot of times we get our poor spending habits from where? Our parents.
Our parents.
We saw our parents
Yeah.
not able to handle money correctly.
Right.
Or they didn't necessarily teach us how to handle money correctly.
Right. Or didn't have any money.
Or didn't have any money at all.
Right.
And so, that is the predicament in this country, particularly for a lot of African Americans, where we don't have a lot of access to wealth and assets of things.
Right,
Right.
right.
So as soon as we get money,
Right.
we go and do what? We spend it.
We spend it. But also, if you're not getting it in a church, and I know churches that do this.
Exactly.
But if you're not getting it in the church, there's nothing wrong with getting it outside of that. Once you get it and learn it, then bring it in the church. You know, bring it in. Say, hey, pastor, hey, the committee or whatever, come together and say, we need to have a financial class and to teach that class. Once you get that information, or someone that can teach that, well, then talk to your pastor, talk to your leaders, and say, can we bring this person in on one Saturday? Or a couple of Saturdays that can teach us about financial, having financial balance.
And you're going to need, and let's talk about this a little bit, because this is a faith-based platform.
Right.
And I'm glad Monica brings it up.
My cousin.
I say that to piggyback off of what you said, honey.
Yes.
But our leaders have to be more outside the box,
Yes.
if you will.
Yes.
Everything can't be church, scripture, because Jesus wasn't even like that.
Right.
Jesus had tax collectors. He had businessmen. He had fishermen.
Right.
Luke, who didn't necessarily walk with Jesus, was a doctor, was a physician, right? So why are all these people of profession, of high-ranking professions? He goes and talks to Nicodemus.
Yes.
Who was notorious money collector, right? Who was notorious in his profession.
Right.
Right? And so why is he talking to these people? Why is he getting and giving wisdom and knowledge from these people that he's with?
Right.
Right? And so our leaders have to open up and not be so stuck on
Rigid.
And so rigid on church, prophecy. There's more
That's good.
that God is saying to the body than just that. Because here's the thing, and I'm
Go
gonna let
ahead.
you hit that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you go out here on Saturday night and go to watch night service, wherever you're gonna go, nothing wrong with that. And you get a prophetic word and the preacher's gonna prophesy over yada yada yada. What good does that word do if you don't go out here and execute and change your mentality and your mindset about money management, about stewardship in the things that you're believing God for? And that's the problem. A lot of us are not being taught. And you made a great point, Monica. We're not being taught. What I would say, like my wife would say, there are other avenues. There are other even faith-based avenues that are outside of the church. Go find and go research those avenues. I think about Dave Ramsey.
Yes.
Dave Ramsey, who's a Christian, who's a multimillionaire.
Yes.
I think about Myron Golden.
Yes.
Myron Golden. The brother
Golden,
is deep
bad.
and is raw. I mean, the brother is cold.
Myron Golden.
And he's a multimillionaire brother.
Yes.
And he's a man of God. And he's teaching people about business directly from scripture. And he gets a lot of flack because we have this mentality sometimes in the church that, oh, here they go talking about money. Oh, here they go. Okay, but we can't pay for our churches.
That's what I wanted to say. If we would learn that this is good. If we would learn and understand that when we teach our people about finances, about money, all these issues, then there won't be any more, oh, we got a building fund.
Right.
There won't be any of
Pastor,
that.
I can't pay my
Right,
car note.
right.
Pastor, I can't pay my mortgage.
But
No.
we can be able to fund the churches. We can be able to do the things that I was listening to Papa say today on our own networks and all
Yes.
these other different things. But we have to be taught about finances, taught about money.
Right.
Like you said, a lot of times our parents didn't understand money, and then some of them didn't have money. So we're learning, you guys, we're learning literally at a deficit, but that doesn't mean that we can't come out of that. We can. Like you said, Dave Ramsey, Myron Golden, all of these different guys that have the answer and the tools that will help you to come out from under that.
Right.
So that you can be prosperous and you can see yourself as being prosperous. I didn't want us to get on that subject all day.
It's cool.
But we can be prosperous and we can be able to leave something for our children and our children's children,
Right.
an inheritance, and be able to change our communities, our environments, our churches. You guys, this is what God wants for us to happen.
You're absolutely right. And for those who are watching, and we're gonna hit this a little bit, and then we're gonna stay on topic, of course, with what we're talking about, because I want people to understand that a lot of our struggle, our resolutions, honestly, what do? They circle around money. Right? A lot, probably 80%, 90% of your New Year resolutions circle around money, or relationship,
Yes.
or your health.
Right.
Right? You want to lose some weight, you want to do this and this and this. To get back to the money, even in a down year that we had in 2022 with our businesses, with our income, we've had to restructure and re-strategize. We've had to deprogram what Mama and Meemaw and cousin Junebug and them was telling, and what society is telling us.
Yes.
That consumerism I was telling you about.
Right.
We've had to deprogram ourselves, and that's an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make up in your mind that, I'm tired of being sick and tired.
Yes.
And when you're tired, when you're at the point to where you're tired of being broke, you're tired of every month living from paycheck to paycheck, when you get to that point and your back is against the wall, then you're going to be looking, okay, what is it that I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I need to change? And if they ain't teaching it in church, I don't care. I'm gonna find the water somewhere.
Right.
I'm gonna find where I can be fed somewhere. And here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this. I want our people, African American people, I got my black people, I gotta talk to us. We need to stop being afraid of technology. Technology is not just a source of entertainment for us. Mm-hmm. And so often we're utilizing our technology, our phones, internet to whisk away in this euphoria of masking our pain and masking our reality of what hurts us.
Yes.
We need to stop doing that, because other cultures, other people groups are surging forward with technology.
Right.
They're coming up with new ideas. They're coming up with apps. They're coming up with software programs and different things like that. We have to stop being so afraid of these apparatuses and this technology that we had. God gave us the technology. He knew you were going to be born in this time, and he knew you was going to be alive at this time, where you would be using your phone and using computers and so forth.
Right.
So we need to get past this religious mentality that, the phone and the internet is the devil. No, what you do with it would be the devil. But if you can utilize it to uplift yourself, to learn, we've become afraid of learning something different and something new, and then we get stuck on what we've always known.
Because that's the fear of failure. I'm scared that I'll fail in that and I'll look ridiculous in that. No, you won't. Everything is on YouTube now, almost. Everything. You guys, you can YouTube, understanding, whatever website, understanding technology, understanding the inner workings of it. You can do all of that.
I gotta say this, babe. You're absolutely right. Most likely, the thing that you want to do, you got to think there are 8 to 9 billion people on this planet. There are probably over 2 billion people on YouTube.
Right.
Okay. Last I checked.
Yes.
With that being said, there is somebody out there within these 2 billion people that are on YouTube globally that is doing something similar to what it is that you want to do or what God has put in your heart to do.
Right.
You have to stop running from the technology, stop running from the fact that you're going to have to learn something new. You're going to have to learn something outside of what Mama and Grandma and Meemaw and them and what Deacon Michael taught you 25, 30 years ago. You're going to have to branch out and not be afraid to take on new information, new technology, so that we're not behind. Our children are behind. Our children know the latest dances on TikTok, but they can't add and subtract. Our kids know the flyest jams right now that come out from Drake to Cardi B, you name it. They know all the songs before they hit mainstream, but they don't know how to handle money. They don't know how to handle life pressure when life comes up against them and they want to kill themselves or they want to go into a hole. Right. Those are things that we're going to have to branch out and say, okay, what is it that we need to, what new information do I need to acquire?
Right.
Because what we do sometimes, particularly as people of faith, is we'll say, oh, well, God will give it to me. God will give me the download. God gave us the internet. So the wisdom and the information is already out there. If I want to know how to build a table out of wood, I don't have, you know what? I thank God that he can give me the download, but guess what? I don't have to wait for him to give me the download to build a table.
Right.
He may give me the specs on how to design it
Right.
according to how he wants me to build it. But guess what? I can go to men who have shared that information, who have shared that knowledge to go and learn how to build a table.
Right. Right.
And if we're running from those things, again, if we're not cleaning out our cup.
Right.
So before we start making these resolutions, oh, I want to do this, I want to lose weight, I want to lose 50 pounds, if the mindset doesn't shift.
That's it.
If you're thinking about yourself, if even when you wake up in the morning and you still look out the window and you still hear gunshots in the alleyway, or you still when you wake up and you still see trash in your neighbor's yard because they don't care about it, your mind has to elevate on top of that, above that, and say, you know what? I want better. I'm going to get better. I'm going to clean out my cup so that this coming year, I'm going to be able to I'm going to be able to grab a hold of these opportunities that present themselves, and I'm not going to slow myself down.
Right.
By how I think of myself.
Right.
I know we had some comments on.
And Monica was asking us who are these men that we were talking about, Myron Golden and all of those. We will put them in the comments.
Yes.
We'll make sure we put it in the comments of who these guys are, and so that you can have that information.
Myron Golden.
Golden. Yes.
Myron Golden. Golden.
Right.
Black guy, has a white beard.
Right.
The brother is cold.
He is on YouTube.
Brother's cold. Now I had to tell you guys this, and I say this sincerely. Everybody is not going to teach like your pastor. Okay? I'm going to say it again. Everybody's not going to teach like someone from a pulpit type church. So again, we're going to have to think outside the box. Test the spirit by the spirit. But you have to have the spirit first before you start testing it. Okay? Get the nuggets, get the information.
Yes.
Joseph doesn't worship the same God as Pharaoh. Pharaoh doesn't worship the same God as Joseph. But they respect each other's God. They respect each other's religion. How do I know that? Because Joseph can't work in the palace if he's not somewhat respectable of the culture that the Egyptians have, him being a Hebrew.
Right.
And vice versa. There's no way that Pharaoh's going to put Joseph on his throne to rule all of Egypt if he doesn't have some kind of respect for Joseph's God. Why do I even say that? Because sometimes the new knowledge and information that we're going to get about money and about good stewardship, it may not come from somebody who's in the church. It may not come from somebody who is Southern Baptist or Pentecostal or can shout and speak in 10 different dialects of tongues. So I want us to be knowledgeable of that, that who we get our information from, get the information. The Bible even tells us to make friends with the world. Don't nobody quote that, but it's in there. To make friends with people who have information about things that we don't have. The Bible says that the children of the world are more prudent than the children of light.
Right.
What does that mean? The children of the world, the secular, they go out and get it. And they ain't got to hear confirmation 500 times before they go out and do something to go acquire what it is that they've heard. You only hear us, well, Lord, if that's really you. Just like Gideon did. Well, Lord, if it's really you, make the angel do this. Let me cook him some food and then he'll still be here when I get back from the journey. And we have to do that for whatever reason.
Right, and that continues to cause delays.
That cause delay, and that's spiritual procrastination.
Right, delays and procrastination and fear.
Yes, that's all it is.
Extremely, that's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's fear, and we cannot continue to operate in fear. We have to begin to speak to ourselves as we're mighty men of, the Bible said we're mighty men of valor. That means we're mighty. That God didn't make us to be failures. He made us mighty in whatever he put us here to do. He said, I have equipped you to do all the things I put you here to do. We have to believe that. So when we're talking about going into 2023, you guys think about this. Look, I graduated high school in 1986.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was in diapers.
Were you? Okay.
I was in underoos.
Right, he was in Underoos. I graduated in 1986, born in 1968. When I tell you, I never thought that I would hear the year 2000. And look, and you remember, and I'm not getting on this subject, I'm just making a point, where people were like, well, God coming back soon. And I remember when the year 2000 was turning over and all of the issues, panicking, and all the issues. I was working for a big, huge software company. And I remember that all our computers had to be, upgraded at that time. We had a lot of issues with that. We stayed for hours late in the evening, late at night. And I remember people panicking. I remember people even in the church thinking, this is it. God is coming.
Right.
We don't. The Bible says no man know the day nor the hour when the
Right.
Son of Man will reappear or appear. So that means what? Stop worrying about when he's coming. Get busy about what he's called forth for us to do. Because we don't want to be in error. We want to make sure that we're doing what God told us to do.
The man said, occupy until I come.
Occupy.
This is Jesus, Yeshua.
Right.
Whatever you call him. He said, occupy till I come.
Right.
Which translates to mean do business.
Do it.
Get busy doing something.
Right.
Do business until I come.
Right.
You don't know when he's coming.
No.
So every generation says that, Jesus is coming back. Okay, we believe he is.
Oh, he is.
But I don't think at the end of the year he's coming, because we still got things to do.
We still have
people
things
still need to know who he is.
Papa make this great point. If somebody's getting ready to get married at the beginning of the year and God comes, you're going to feel cheated.
Right.
Wait a minute. I've been waiting all these years for this man, this woman. I've been waiting all these years to have this baby. And God, you come back now.
Right.
What's this?
Right.
I feel cheated.
Right.
Come on, guys. If God promised us something, he is going to fulfill it. His word does not return void. It will not. What it goes out to accomplish, it will, no matter what. So what we're wanting to say and what we're saying tonight is, you guys, 2023, let's not wait till that time. We got, 2 days, 3 days?
About 3 days, yeah.
Let's start now.
Start now.
I even wanted to talk about our marriages. And I know we need to, go into a break, but I wanted to talk about that and some other things.
Yeah.
And 8 points that I wanted to make that we talk about that we should not take into 2023?
Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break, you guys. Don't go nowhere because we're going to be right back.
We'll be right
and we're going to
back.
finish this conversation. We got a couple of points that my wife wants to make about marriage, and we want to get into 2023 on the right foot, on the right track. Again,
Yes.
first things first, you guys.
First
Before
things
you start
first.
writing down these resolutions, we're going to clean out our cups and clean out our closets. So don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back after these messages.
Today, people and business owners have a ton of options to choose from. When it comes to web developers, graphic designers, social media marketing, branding, and the list goes on. And that might not be such a good thing. What if there was one company that you and your business could trust that could provide all these services at prices that won't eat up your business capital before it gets off the ground? From logo design, branding, custom website development, hosting, social media marketing, print media design, and more. Infusion does it all under one roof with a team of professionals that are just a phone call away. Infusion Design Solutions, the infusion of exceptional design and affordability. Visit us online at infusion.com.
Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Landis Jeray Morgan, and I'm here with my beautiful wife.
I'm Rotunda Morgan.
Yes, you are. And we want to invite you to our new podcast, Living More with the Morgans. You can tune in on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time on all of our social media platforms, on Facebook, Twitter, and on our official YouTube channel at Living More with the Morgans. You can also follow us and like us on Instagram at Living More with the Morgans. We'll see you there.
Be there.
All right, you guys, and we're back to Living More with the Morgans on today's episode. First things first, before your resolutions. And before we get into the rest of our show, we got to do a special shout out now.
Yeah.
Just this past Sunday, now we celebrated the birth of Jesus, of course, the man, the legend, Yeshua. We celebrated his birthday.
Yes.
But we also had a good friend of ours. This sister is just toe down cold, you guys.
Yes.
And we want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to our girl, Ife, the Dominator, Ikekwa.
Yes.
This sister, you guys, is the truth. I mean, all the way the truth.
Absolutely.
And when I say she's the dominator, she is the dominator. She is a business coach, business mentor, life coach, author. I mean, she does it all, and she's the real deal. And she just came back from London, one of my favorite cities in the world. She just got back from London with her husband, Kennedy, and their youngest, I believe, and they had a good time out there in London. And so I just wanted to send a special birthday shout out to our girl, Ife, the Dominator, Ikekwa. Happy birthday, sis.
Happy birthday, sis.
We definitely love you guys. Thank you so much
love you guys.
for all that you guys are doing. Keep dominating.
Keep dominating.
Yes, indeed. And so we wanted to touch on marriage. We're going to end this show, you guys, and usually we want to make this an hour show, but we're going to, extend it just a little smidget.
Just a smidget. So
we ain't going to keep you too much longer.
Right.
But we wanted to jump in on marriage, babe, and what'd you have about marriage?
You initially in the beginning, you talked about how much, how many people split up. Marriage is a subject for me. I again, is something. Family is extremely important to me, and when God put a man and a woman together, it is the most precious gift He could one of the most precious gifts you could ever have.
Right.
To find that mate, or you know, to fall in love and to find purpose together. It is the most precious gift, one of the most precious gifts again. And this year and during COVID, we saw so many people divorce, people that it hurt us to see,
Right.
you know, divorce. I there was a couple of people that we know personally, I cried. You know, I was so hurt for them. I was so hurt. I'm like, why?
Right.
What happened? You know, some celebrities that have recently called it quits. And I want to tell you something from a person that has been there. No, it wasn't something I wanted to happen, but you know, it was something that happened, and thank God, you know, God had something for me.
Yeah.
But divorce is hard.
Right.
It is a death that you cannot explain. And to see people go through this and to see, especially your children, it hurts. I know that when our daughter went through it,
Right.
you guys, just because I've moved on and got over it didn't mean that the child did.
Good
It
point.
did not.
Right.
And she has struggled with that a lot because she felt like everything was broken, you know. And if we have those who are married, and I'm talking to us as well, if we have issues or we have things that we know that are not working, that we can do better in, especially the intimacy, not just sex, please hear me, but in the intimacy area, you guys, let's get this together now. You got to go back to what was it that attracted you to that woman or to that man. You got to everything has to be renewed and refreshed. You know, you can't get lackadaisical with your marriage, with your relationship. You can't, because the enemy wants to do, when God puts something together, the enemy always try to see, where is there an open door at? Where is there something that I can go in and I can cause more trouble and cause more division or cause more issues?
Right.
And if that means that you have to do some counseling, and stop saying, it's nothing wrong with me, it's her. It's nothing wrong with him, it's nothing wrong with me, it's him. No. When you guys became one, it's us.
Right.
So if you want your marriage to work, if there's issues that can be resolved, there's some issues that can't be resolved. There's things that has gone on so long that now there's nothing that can happen but other than, unfortunately, you to go your separate ways.
Right.
But there's a way to do that too.
Right.
But if there's issues that if you still love each other, you guys, work it out before we get into 2023. Go to counseling, Christian counseling. You know, find a good counselor. The first counselor that I went to, even when I was married before, she wasn't Christian counselor, but she was excellent at what she did. She made me look at me. She wasn't saying, okay, point the finger, it's you. You're the problem, you're the problem. No, it was me.
Right.
It was me. What is the issue in me? What's going on with me that I can do better, that I have to fix, I have to look at? And we have to look at ourselves. We have to, because your marriage won't work if you don't take an assessment of who you are.
You said it so eloquently, babe, and
Thank
you're
you.
absolutely right. Even a Bentley needs a tune-up.
Even a Bentley.
A Rolls Royce, a Bugatti needs a
Yes.
tune-up. They need mechanics. Those mechanics are certified in fixing what is wrong with those particular vehicles.
Right.
Okay. You need to find your mechanic,
Yes.
whether that's your Christian leader, that's your pastor, whomever that is.
Right.
You need to find your mechanic so that they can help you fine-tune and tune up your vehicle.
Yes.
Okay, that's your marriage.
Yes.
Your marriage has the passenger of your spouse
Yes.
and your children, if you
Yes.
have children.
That's good.
So your marriage is a vehicle that needs a tune-up.
Yes.
And every now and then you have to make a real thorough look at what's going on. And when you hear things going on under that engine,
Right.
don't ignore them.
Don't ignore it.
When you hear things that are squeaking and squealing in your marriage,
Yeah.
or you hear something that's silent when it should be revved up,
Right.
right?
That's a good point. Excellent. Hmm.
You've got some things that need to be tweaked under the hood,
Right.
and you need to go take it to a professional,
Right. Right.
not to Junebug, who works on 10 different kinds of cars throughout the week.
don't
No,
do it.
or Ray Ray and Earl. No, you need to go to a professional
Right.
because your vehicle is valuable.
Yes, it is.
You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, say that again.
Your vehicle,
Is
your
valuable.
marriage is valuable,
Yes.
right? It costs you something
Yes.
to have that vehicle.
Yes.
And it's going to cost you something to maintain it and keep it fine-tuned, so when you put that bad boy on the road, it glides like it's supposed to,
Right.
like it did off the showroom floor when you got it.
Absolutely.
But you have to take in consideration the maintenance. And is it worth the maintenance?
Right. Right.
It should be if you paid the money to get it off the showroom floor or to buy it and bring it home.
Right.
So if it was worth it then, take an assessment of the vehicle today,
Yes.
of your marriage,
Yes.
and say, is this worth fighting for?
Right.
Is this worth
That's
putting
good.
in the repairs and the maintenance so that we can ride this bad boy on a little bit longer?
Yes.
A lot longer.
Make sure you do that, and make sure that you really look into this, okay? Because again, there's people that are having these issues in their marriages, and they keep it's continual, and it's not getting better.
Mm-hmm.
You guys take the guards, take the walls. A lot of times we put up walls in our marriages
Right.
because we've hurt one another.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go back to that. Tear down the walls. Have a night where you sit. The kids, if you have kids, put them to bed early. Or if it's a weekend, let them go over, and visit a relative. Have a night to yourself where you sit down, not look at TV, not go to the movies, but sit down. Talk, maybe have a good dinner, and sit down and talk. Maybe, do something like we've done before. Sit down, write down the things that you love about your spouse. Write down the things that you would love to change,
Yeah.
what you would love your spouse to change. And come together and put those things out there and look at it.
Yes.
Don't sit and say, what? You don't like the way my hair look. This is not right. This is not about that, but it's about the things that you can change that will elevate your marriage and make it better and make it fun.
Right. And while we're on that note, and I still want to tie this into marriage, you guys. Rest is maintenance.
Please say that.
Rest is maintenance.
Yes.
Sometimes, often, we want to hit the new year with the ground running,
Right.
engines revved up, and we ain't put no oil in the engine. We ain't done no maintenance from the year prior. The tires are bad and bald, and now we ready to, January 1st, 12 o'clock, we just want to hit the ground running.
Right.
You ain't done no maintenance.
Right.
You ain't got no rest. What do I mean by that?
It's very important.
You're going to have to also find time to rest.
Yes.
The Bible says that even God rested.
Right.
After creating man, he sat back and chilled and said, yo, this is very good.
Right. Right.
I can dig it.
Right.
You have to be able to do the same thing in your life.
Yes.
Especially business owners. Business owners,
Yes.
people that are married, like my wife was saying.
Yes.
Find that time to sit back and rest. Schedule that night if you have to.
Yes.
But not only always schedule it, make it spontaneous. Especially if the kids are out the house.
Yes.
Make it spontaneous where, you know what, boom, tonight we're going to do this.
Yes.
Hair nappy, breath stink, everything. We're going to sit down and I'm going to rub your feet and we're going to put on some John Coltrane and we're going to talk tonight. We're just going to chill.
Right.
We need that rest.
We need that.
in the new year, find the time while you're doing all this revving and ripping and running, and you're going after your vision, and you're going after your business goals, and you're fixing your credit, and you're in the gym, and you're getting your workout on. That's cool. Not against it. Find time to rest.
You have to.
Find time to rest.
Right. Rejuvenation is important.
Absolutely.
And also, in that rejuvenation, you guys go get massages. Don't just go get pedicures and manicures. Go get your massage. You know, make that apostle, our Papa, he always tells us this.
Mm-hmm.
Go get a massage. Go treat yourself. Go do something for yourself and your body.
Yes.
You know, it helps rejuvenate you. And also, travel. We always talk about
Mm-hmm.
that. You guys, that is I think it's national pastime
That's
for
our
the
gateway.
Morgan, because
That is our gateway.
we love it.
Yeah.
It opens our minds up. It refreshes us. God downloads so many different things and ideas, and that is. Go ahead.
No,
Ray.
hold that thought.
Okay.
That's because I want to go there. You took it where I wanted to go.
Okay.
But I want some people who are watching.
Yes.
Hit the comments up and let us know
Please.
what are some of the things that you want to do different
Yes.
in 2023 that you want to see change, you want to see happen. Are there some places you want to go? Are there some people you want to meet? Some ideas that you want to put out there into the world that you've been there's some folk I know on here who should have dropped some albums a couple years ago. I ain't gonna name no names, Omega, but should have dropped some albums and some songs and some singles a while back. But on the serious tip, if there's something that you want to do, if there's something that, let's come in agreement. Hit the
Yes.
comments up, whatever platform
come
you're
in
on,
agreement.
and let's come in agreement that, you know what, we're going to do it, but we're going to get our minds right.
Yes.
We're going to get focused. We're going to
Yes.
deprogram what we need to get rid of. We're going to
Yes.
clean out the hard
Good,
drive.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to clean out the old hard drive. We're going
Yes.
to upgrade and update
Yes.
our hard drive and our software, and we're going to go into this thing with the right mentality and the right focus for ourselves.
Right.
Not just pipe dreams.
Right.
Not just fantasies. I think
Right.
Papa said that today in his broadcast.
He did.
Not just fantasies and pipe dreams and all this different stuff. No, make a plan.
Make a plan.
Write it down. Ify said today in her broadcast, which was extremely good.
Yes.
She said, if you don't write that thing down,
Right.
it's not going to come to pass. It's
Right.
not you're not giving it any energy
Right.
when you don't write that thing, and then visualize it.
Visualize
Put it up
it.
on a vision board or whatever and look at it, but don't just look at it, make actual steps and plans and strategies
That's right.
towards the things that you want to do. I see
That's
some people on here that are saying, I want to travel. Absolutely. Settle down in marriage, live my best life. I can dig it.
Yes.
My man said, clean out the hard drive. Heard you loud and clear.
AD.
AD. My man AD on this month. What's up?
We love you.
What's up,
We
pimpin'?
love you.
Love you,
Just
bro.
miss you so much.
Absolutely.
Miss you so much.
What is it that you want to do?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
Yes.
My wife and I have literally done this, I believe. I think we've taken a globe, spun it,
We have.
and wherever our finger landed on the globe, we said
go.
we're going there.
Yeah.
We actually, one of the things that we always do
Yes.
is we'll put several different countries, not cities, countries, international country. We'll put international countries, and I'll write the names of them on a piece of paper, put them in a hat or something, on a shoe or a sock or something, and we'll shuffle them up, and then we'll pick out like 3 or 4
Yeah.
out of like the 8 or 10 or whatever, right? And then we'll dwindle it down to like 2.
Yes.
And sometimes we'll even do like paper, rock, scissors to decide
He
which.
cheats.
No, she be cheating.
He cheats,
She be
y'all.
cheating,
He
y'all.
cheats.
Who looks like the cheater here?
You, because you got glasses on. Can't
That
nobody
don't
see
mean
your
nothing.
eyes.
I ain't got no buck eyes. I got Billy D. Williams eyes. But anyway, we'll do something like fun like that just
Yes.
to choose where we're going.
Yes.
So decide
Yes.
now. Write it. Don't wait till January.
Yes,
Don't wait
Sister
till
Patrice.
December 31st.
Right.
Go and write it down now. Somewhere that you've always wanted to go. My first place I would highly recommend Africa.
Yes.
The entire continent of Africa, Nigeria. The entire continent of Africa is
Kenya.
dope, Nigeria. The entire
Ethiopia.
continent of Africa is
Egypt.
dope, Nigeria. But go.
Yeah,
Go
Nigeria.
see it. Go explore it.
Yes, you guys. And if you want to, if you want to ask us questions, look, that's what we're here
This
for.
is what Living More with the
This is
Morgans
what
is
Living
about.
More. Hey, inbox us so you have our phone numbers. Say, hey, you guys, we want to go here. What do you recommend? We got you. We
Yes.
got you because you guys. I'm gonna tell you something. Traveling with my husband. Oh my goodness.
It's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
so much fun. You guys, and then our daughter gets involved because we do the whole thing. Essence over there helping me pack.
I mean,
and
we make it fun.
We
just to
make
pack,
it fun.
y'all.
We have some music on, and this next year she'll be going with us to
Absolutely.
some of these places. So we're extremely excited, and we're gonna go. I mean, we're gonna have some places we want to go. We're gonna even tell you guys. We're gonna invite you.
I tell you
Hey,
what. Let's do something like this, and let's pray about it.
yes,
God, you gonna do it. You send the resources. You send the money.
yes.
Okay. Send it through us.
Through us.
Let's plan a Living More with the Morgans trip,
Yes.
right? And
yes.
we gonna put it out there what the destination is gonna be. We may do this maybe this spring, this summer, whatever. Let's get this money right first.
Yeah.
Let's get this stewardship right. And we're gonna plan a trip for Living More with the Morgans and Living More with the Morgans followers and fans.
Yes.
Why? Because we want to do it with you. We want to show you guys how to live more, and we need to learn even more how to live
Yes.
more. We ain't got it all figured out.
Yes.
We still learning stuff too.
Yes, Papa.
So we want to plan something like that. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be dope. I think
That'd
it'd be
be
fun.
dope.
And we need to go somewhere where we don't know the language.
Right.
We don't know we can eat new food.
Yes.
So we ain't going to Mexico.
Right.
We ain't going to New Orleans.
Right.
We ain't going to Las Vegas. We ain't going to Florida.
Nothing against them, but no.
Nothing against those places.
No.
We're going out of the country.
Out of the country.
Where you need a passport, fam, and a
Yes.
visa.
Yes.
Maybe not a visa, but a passport.
I definitely want Brother AD. I want you on this trip.
Yes.
I want you. I'm saying this to you now so you can hear us. I want you on this trip. When we talk about going out of the country, I mean, look, broadcasting live from,
that's
from
that's
wherever.
coming. Any country we go to, you guys,
Yes.
we're going to be broadcasting live. Now, hold up. I got to get to a couple of these because my man Alfred Houston, thank you so much for tuning in. He said Liberia,
Yes,
Nigeria,
sir.
Kenya, Ghana. We've been to 2 of those 4, Nigeria and Kenya.
Yes.
All of them were dope.
All of them.
So Africa, we need to
Yes.
definitely. Papa said Nigeria.
He said it on my
yes,
page.
Absolutely.
AD said London.
London. Yes, I've been trying to get AD
He
to
said
hit
this.
London.
He said we're still going to London.
Absolutely, fam. So let's
Absolutely.
get it ready. Actually, a friend of ours just got back from London
Yes,
for her
it
birthday
is.
last week, and
Yes.
so I was trying to. I didn't know she was going. I didn't know if he was going. So I told her. I think I hit her on WhatsApp. I said if I'd have known that you guys were going to London, I had like a ton of places y'all could have checked out and everything.
Yes.
So London is the joint. Anywhere. I think I saw Switzerland on there from Sister Tamika.
Hey.
Tamika Long said
Oh,
Switzerland.
really?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
You said Switzerland? Oh, Zurich?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Somebody's in the vein.
In the vein.
Okay. So you guys, again, this is what Living More is all about.
Yes.
It's not about living to someone else's strict rules or someone else's expectations of what you should be doing with your life or how you should be living your life. God gives us the opportunity to do this thing one time.
Yes.
There is no dress rehearsal.
No.
This is the performance. This is the show.
Yes.
We don't get another opportunity.
Let's live.
So when you go into the next year,
Yes.
whatever you got to do now, start now
Yes.
by cleaning out the cup,
Yes.
by doing the necessary maintenance on your vehicles, those who are
Yes.
married.
Yes.
But whatever you got to do, don't wait till the clock strikes 11:59 and then say, okay, we're going to dance and we're going to sing. Do all of that. That's cool.
Right.
But start changing your thinking.
Right.
Start changing your expectations
Right.
now.
And cut off all dead weight.
All dead weight.
Yes.
All people who are not conducive to where you're wanting to go.
Yes.
There's going to have to be some relationships you're going to have to sever,
Right.
fam.
You can love, just
You
love,
can love 'em.
Love them. Keep loving them.
Keep
but-
loving them, but there are some situations and some relationships that you're going to have to begin to start distancing yourself from.
Yeah.
Why? Even when Gideon was called to be a mighty man of valor, even when Abraham was called to go to a land I'm gonna show you. What did God tell him? I'm gonna separate you from your kinfolk.
He did.
And he did that.
He did.
I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you to a place and show you to a place where your offspring is going to be like the stars in the sky, sands on the seashore. And he ain't said nothing about them jokers he left behind.
Right.
Why? Because your destiny is your destiny.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say that there won't be people that God will bring along. That's not to say that there won't be some friends and some family members and stuff that won't come along. There will be.
Yes.
But anybody who is talking or doing or saying things outside of your vision, outside of what it is that you want for your life,
right,
you're going to have to begin to cut them off. Why? Because you're going to shortchange and delay.
Yeah.
I remember those old cartoons back in the 20s and 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I used to love cartoons, and I still do, and I love animation.
Yeah.
But one thing they used to do in the cartoons, the animation, the background would loop.
Right.
So you think about Mickey Mouse or something on a boat.
Yeah.
And he's rowing a boat, and he's trying to get away from the enemy or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's rowing this boat. But what I could always see is that the background was looping. Mm-hmm. So Mickey was passing the same tree and the same rock in the background. It looked like he was going somewhere.
Yeah.
To the eye who didn't know any better, it looked like he was getting away from his enemy rowing that boat. But to me, who's in the details, I'm looking at that background and I'm saying, that joker is passing the same rock and the same tree and the same stick figure in the background.
Right.
You don't want to be that.
No. No.
You don't want to be the one who's going around this mountain, who's going around this same scenery, this same circumstance year after year. Why? Because you won't make the necessary changes that you need to make for you in your life.
Yes.
Papa said Sydney, Tokyo, Greece, Beijing, Dubai.
Let's go, Papa.
Let's do it. Papa, I can say this. I've been to 2 places on your list.
Yes, sir.
Tokyo and Dubai.
Yes. You and Papa with y'all competition. We are going.
I'm ready.
We're ready.
We are ready.
I also wanted to say today, if you guys don't get a chance, or if you don't listen to Shananike when he comes on at, I believe at 1 o'clock today, getting us ready and prepared for the new year, when Apostle is doing that, I admonish you to get on. But there's 8 things that I'm quoting that he said that we will not and we should not take into 2023. Okay? And these 8 things are: 1, unbelief. Okay? We're going to stop that. Fear. There's nothing to fear. Anger. If you're upset with anyone, a family member or anything like that, you guys, let it go. Too many people have gone and have passed away. Right. We're going to let go of the anger. It doesn't matter what they did, okay? It doesn't. Because you know why? God saw that. He sees everything. But if you're still here, he has so much more for you to do. Let that go. Because that's just going to hold you back. Right. Also, not only that, unforgiveness. Again, anger, unforgiveness. Forgive whoever did whatever, even if they don't acknowledge it. Yeah, forgive. Okay, unforgiveness, bitterness. The root of bitterness will keep you bound. You hear me? Yes. It will keep you bound. You will never accomplish your goals, your dreams, or anything, even getting married. If you're going to be bitter, no man or woman wants a bitter man or a bitter woman. No. Okay? Envy. Stop coveting somebody else's blessing. You guys, God didn't say, oh, they got it all. We're just going to give it. I'm going to give it all to this one person. God says, what I have for you is for you. Yeah. For them, it's for them. Right. God didn't make one size fit all. Right. Okay? So stop being envious and jealous of people, because God gave us what we need to make things happen. Also, pride. Pride comes, what happens with pride?
Comes before the fall.
You will not succeed. You will not go anywhere being prideful. No. What are you prideful for? Right. If God gave you a gift, it's his gift. He gave it to you so that you can use it for his purpose. There's nothing prideful. Hey, be appreciative.
Yes.
And say, hey, I'm gonna use this gift that God gave me. But the pride, no, this is not your gift. And the next thing, one of the biggest things, stop being lazy. It's going to take what it takes. If it means you got to stay up a couple of extra hours at night, if it means you got to get up early, when people tell me they need to work out, I can't do it before I have to go to work. Yes, you can. You can get up and be there at that gym, take your shower, and leave from there and go to work.
Right.
You guys stop being lazy. All of us. Laziness.
Right.
We keep saying what we can't do. And as long as we keep saying what we can't,
we're not going to.
We're not going to.
Right.
Your words does have power. Those are the 8 things. And I admonish you, at 1 o'clock tomorrow, he will be on.
Right.
And he gives us these nuggets and these things to help us to prepare and plan so that we won't ever see another bad year like a lot of us have had, and the things we have gone through in the past. We're tired of it.
Right.
We want more. We want better.
Yes.
And we are, all of us, we're going to get it.
Get it.
That's my last word.
Awesome word, baby.
Thank you.
Awesome word.
Thank you, Papa, for that.
You're not going to get it by yourself.
Not by,
I got it. I got to go here
you
before we
have
close
to.
out.
Before we close, yes.
We have this mentality
Yes.
that, oh, I don't need nobody.
Oh, boy.
I'm good by myself.
Yeah.
I can make it on my own.
No.
Here in this country, we even call it self-made. Self-made millionaire, self-made billionaire, self-made success. That's a lie from the pits of hell. You're going to need people.
Yes. We need each other.
We need each other. Human beings, mankind was created to have a need for one another.
Right.
So your vision that you have, the goals that you have,
Yes.
you're going to need somebody.
Yes.
So we need to stop this mentality, stop this thought process of, oh, I don't need nobody. I can do bad all by myself. I'm good. Da 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 da. You're gonna need somebody to help fuel you.
Yes.
I've never seen an NBA championship won by one player.
Right.
It's won by many players, many role players.
Yes.
Kobe can go out here, or LeBron can go out here and score 50 a night. Doesn't mean they're going to win the game.
Right.
Doesn't mean he's going to win the championship without who? His teammates. Everybody pitching in.
Right.
And so the dude who was scoring 20 is not hating on LeBron scoring his 50.
Right.
The dude scoring 10 with his 5 rebounds and 2 steals, he's not hating on LeBron with his 50. Why? Because all of their points, all of their rebounds, everything that they're contributing to the game is contributing to the win.
The wind. Yeah, the win.
You're here to get a win. You're here to be victorious.
Yes.
Like Iffy said, you're here to be a dominator.
Yes.
You cannot be a dominator by yourself.
No.
You're going to need other people. Stop this mentality that you think that you big and bad. That's pride.
Yes.
That's what got Satan kicked out.
Right.
That's what got Lucifer kicked out. It's
Right.
thinking, oh, I'm big, I'm bad, and I'm better than God because I got it going on. No, bruh, you don't.
Right.
You need people.
We need each
Pray
other.
for the right
The
people.
right people.
Pray for people who inspire you.
And
Pray for
sharpen
people
you.
that will sharpen you.
Yes.
Stop being so offended by people who are sharpening you.
Yes.
Everybody who's pacifying you don't love you. Let me say that again. Everybody who coddles you and pacifies you is not a display of love. Some people want to keep you in that state of needing them,
Yes.
of neediness.
Yes.
But the person who wants to sharpen you, they might be a little rough on you at times.
Yes.
Don't be so quick to be offended by people who are willing to sharpen you this year.
Good point. Good
You dig what
point.
I'm saying?
Yes.
Everybody's not trying to take something from you.
Right.
Everybody's not trying to sabotage you or do something bad to you. No. I think about Iffy Akekawa, the dominator. Iffy is raw with us.
Yes.
I don't expect her not to be.
No.
Because I can't learn and grow from no whimsy, whamsy, pamsy.
No.
Oh, Landa, oh, Rotunda. No, our spiritual father wouldn't like that.
He's not.
Brother man cut into us and still does when we tripping.
Yes.
You need the same thing.
And we want him to.
Right. You need the same thing in your life where you have people that are going to sharpen you. Some things are going to cut.
Yes.
If you need surgery, you need something removed, you need something sharp that's going to cut it off.
Yes.
Not keep it there.
So good, babe. So good. So true. You're so true. We need people, and be discerning. You know what you need. You know what you need to change. And if something they say it hurts, it's like, ouch, then that's something you need to change. It's something you need to look at. So that's why we're here. Not just you guys. When we're talking to you, we're talking to us. Because we want to live more. We want to have more. God says he wants us to have life and life more abundantly.
Right.
And that's why we're here. That's what we want. That's what we want for you all, is to have life and life more abundantly.
What does God get out of you being broke
He
year
gets
after year?
nothing. Nothing.
What does your pastor or your bishop or your apostle, whatever that you are up under, what does he get from you always being needy of him?
Right.
Year after year after year. Pray for me, Papa.
Right.
Pray for me, Apostle. Pray for me, Pastor.
Right.
What does he give him a break?
Yes.
Give her a break.
Yes.
And dig in deep this year in your health,
Yes.
in your finances, in your
Yes.
relationships. We got to get tired of praying about the same problem. I don't want money problems this year. I'm just being, I don't want no health problems.
No.
I don't want no money problem. I don't want no marriage problem. I don't want no problems. I know Biggie said more money, more problems. No, if you get more problems if you can't handle the money.
That's
You
right.
can't handle more money,
Right.
then you're going to have more problems.
Right.
There are people out here who got more money and they ain't got the problems like that.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
We've got to grow up.
Yeah.
I want us to grow up this year. 2023, let's grow up.
Yes.
Let's grow up. And I said it like this because people will come 2023, they'll start having these rhyming, in 03, it's going to be Jesus and me. In 04, we going to get some more. In 05, everything's going to come alive.
Nothing happens until you make it
Until
effort.
you make it happen.
That's right. That's the bottom line.
But what I would say to that is, in 2023, what you have sown,
yes,
you will
we'll
see.
I love that. I'm gonna put that in the comments.
In 2023, and y'all preachers who are on here, y'all can steal it. In 2023, what you have sown, you will see. Again, you got to make an assessment of your farm. If your farm hasn't been plowed, if it hasn't been rid of all of the rodents and stuff that can come in and steal your crops and your produce, if you haven't tilled the land as it needs to be, if you haven't taken care of the seeds that you've sown, if you haven't sown anything at all,
Right.
what are you looking forward to in 2023?
Right. Right.
The preacher and the man of God is going to come and lay hands on you and prophesy and speak this and this and this. Great. Awesome. Amen. By the afternoon on January the 1st, you're going to be back sick, depressed, and broke. Why? Because you haven't sown anything
Right.
to reap what it is that's coming.
Right.
Those who have sown, those who have blessed others,
Yes.
those who have sacrificed, those who have given, those who have written down their visions, those who have planned and strategized, those who went through hell and back this year and previous years. I believe 2023 is going to be that year. That what you have sown,
Right.
whether good or bad, you will reap what you sow.
Right.
What you have sown, you will see.
Right. And we want to see blessings and abundance, and
Absolutely.
we want to see the goodness. We want to live off the fat of the land.
And not
Come on
only
now.
do we want to,
Right.
we're
We're
going to.
to. So let's go.
And I want
guys.
you to say that to yourself.
Yes.
I'm going to see this.
I'm going to see.
I'm
this.
going to have this.
I'm going to have.
I'm not going to struggle with money.
No.
I'm going to make the money that I've always wanted to make. If it's
Yes.
$100 grand a year, what I'm going to make the steps. I'm going to make the channels and the streams.
Take them.
I'm going to get online and learn. I'm going to get on that YouTube channel. I'm going to get with that mentor. I'm going to call up Iffy. I'm going to go to her website
Yes.
and hire her as my mentor or whatever. I'm going to do the necessary things that need to be done so I can create those streams to make more money. I'm going to do, hey, I'm going to get in the gym and I'm finna hit it like I need to hit
Call
it.
me.
Why?
I got you.
My wife, personal trainer, one of the
Got
best,
you.
if not the best.
I got
And
you.
she flexing right now.
I got
And I get to see it all
I got you.
day.
Hey.
You dig?
Yeah.
I know what it is over here. And
Hey.
it's all real.
It's real.
Ain't nothing plastic, ain't nothing
doing
fake,
it.
ain't nothing hanging off over here.
Almost 55, you guys.
Already.
I'm grateful.
So what's
Yes.
saying that is get it done.
You can do it.
Let's get it
Promise
done.
you.
You got the
You can do it.
Alfred said he's got the gym membership. We rooting for you, brother.
Go.
Get it in.
Go do.
Don't
sir.
just talk.
Go.
Don't just talk.
Yes.
Don't just say it. Get it. Start
You can
now.
do it.
Don't start January. Start now. This weekend. Tomorrow. Thursday. Get it in, you guys.
Yes.
That album, that book, that website, that business.
Yes.
Get information. Get knowledge.
Yes.
We have no excuse. Don't wait for something to open up at your church for somebody to preach it or to teach it. No, you go take it by force.
Even if you want to go back to school, even if you want to take some classes in something,
Yes.
you know, go do it.
Go do it.
Don't look
Don't be
at your
scared.
age.
What you
and
scared of?
There's nothing to be afraid of. You're still here. That means God has much more for you, but you have to do your part.
If you're over 50,
I'm over it.
if you're over 50, Colonel Sanders was like 65 plus or whatever
Yeah.
when he came up with Kentucky Fried Chicken. My wife and I have traveled halfway around the world.
Yeah.
And most of the countries we've been to outside of the United States, what do we see, honey? A KFC.
KFC.
A Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes.
This little short white guy, old, a colonel, so to speak, with his fried chicken, 11 herbs and spices or whatever it is, made some fried chicken and it's around the world.
Sir.
Why God can't do that with you?
He can.
Quincy Jones, the great
Yes.
African-American music producer. He set the record and the bar so high when he produced Michael Jackson's album Thriller. He did it at 50 plus years old. The man is still alive today,
Yeah.
able to see his fruit, able to live in the land of the plenteous
Yes.
that he created for himself and for his family. And he didn't do that until after 50. What are you tripping on?
Yeah. Don't let anything stop you.
What are you
not
tripping
even
on?
yourself.
Don't be like Gideon, where you got to get confirmation after confirmation and after confirmation. No, this is your confirmation. Let Living More with the Morgans tonight, this episode, be your confirmation that we're not finna wait on 2023. We're finna start now, and we're gonna go in, and we're gonna take it by force.
Don't take it.
Why? Because we deserve it. We God's kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip the language on you. Now I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna go tonight. I know we've been running long.
Yes.
You're not God's kids.
I know where you're going.
You are not God's kids.
No.
Now, if you told somebody that right now, they go, "Oh, what are you talking
No,
about,
go
man of
ahead.
God?"
Just say it.
You are not
Thank you, sir.
God's kids. You are God's kings.
Yes. Yes. We're kings.
He says, "I have sons
Yes.
and I have kings."
Yes.
You are God's kings.
Yes.
If you're a woman, you're a queen.
Yes.
Why? Because you were sent here with authority, with a mandate
Yes.
to dominate and to rule.
Right.
I don't know any kid who dominates and rules anything.
Right.
You're not a king's kid. You're not God's kid. You're one of his kings.
Yes. And kings is any gender.
Any gender.
Yes.
So
man
don't
or
make this
woman.
about man and woman. No. This is
Yes.
about gender. You are a king.
Yes.
That's why he says his name is what? King of Kings.
King of kings.
King of Kings.
Come on.
The only one who rules us is the king.
Yes.
We're his kings.
That's good, sir.
You're
That's
not a
good.
kid. You're not God's kid. Stop that.
Yeah.
It
we're
sounded
kings
cool.
of
It sounded,
kings.
cute and religious and all that stuff when the church was saying it. No. Call yourself what you are.
Yes.
So you don't diminish your own light.
Yes.
The enemy is subtle and cunning when he does that. Is he makes you, he'll have us subconsciously and with trends and all this stuff saying things that diminish us. And you shall have what you say.
Absolutely.
You become what you say.
Absolutely.
So when you're saying, "Oh, I'm the king's kid. I'm the king's kid," no. You're his king. Because you were sent here to rule and to dominate and have authority over dominions and territory.
I love it.
We finna get
go.
ours.
Let's go.
And we want you to get yours.
Yes.
And so you guys, again, babe, you so fine.
No.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight.
Thank you.
This is the last episode of 2022.
This is it, you guys.
This is it, you guys.
Yes.
We're going to come back next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I believe that's January the 3rd. And that will be our first show in 2023.
Yes. Some new things.
Some new things going to pop off, you guys.
Yes.
Be expecting it.
Yes.
But be expecting great for yourself. Want more.
Yes. Live more.
Live more.
Yes.
Love more.
Yes. Give more.
Give more.
Yes.
Sacrifice a little bit more.
Yes.
Give some time a little bit more. And I tell you, man, this 2023,
Right.
it's going to pop like it's supposed
And
to.
you'll reap the harvest from that.
Absolutely.
Amen.
So we love you guys.
We
Until
love
next
you
Tuesday, 8
guys.
o'clock p.m. Central Time.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys.
guys.
Have a good night.
Have a great night.